Alright, I see there's a bridge up ahead to get to Safeway. Across the drawbridge. I'm gonna make myself like a salsa type of thing because last night I was experiencing some stomach disorder, some pain, and that seemed like it was coming from the liver because the liver was feeling weird too. So I want to get some salsa, and I was at Fred Meyer, and the avocados are hard to the touch, so I wasn't happy with that. Walk an extra quarter mile to Safeway, see what they got. I have been to a lot of Safeways. Never one with a moat. His camp is just down below over there. I'm starting to get the impression that my appendicitis, which feels a little tight right now, still is affecting my liver, which my liver is affecting my stomach and making me feel sick. Or at least it made me feel sick last night, like I ate some bad food. So it's called Obsidian Middle School, but I think they associate with wolves. It's counted for these big woodchucks in the rocks. They really increase the number between Bend and Redmond, and I would expect it to increase even more along the whole Cascade. Alright, that's my splatter of brake fluid again. I pushed the car back. It's very consistently leaking, and I just, wow. It needs to leak faster. I gotta admit, I really like the space around Redmond. I get a lot of more space between people, but I'm still not finding, well, I'm not really looking too hard, but I'm not running into places where I feel comfortable enough to pull everything out of my car. So I gotta sew back together my only pair of pants right now, without pants, but I should be in a safe location. The main things that tend to go out are the threads. This fabric looks perfectly fine, just the thread falls apart. If you think about it, most punishments happen where you're confined to a solitary spot, like you're a tree, you're stuck in a cage, you're tied up somewhere. What if you're punished by being forced to travel all over the place? Between inmates and actual volunteers, I don't know what's more popular for trash pickup. I think it might lean towards the inmates running around picking up trash, being watched over by the warden, as opposed to volunteers, but I'm not sure about that. So as a traveler, I can't quite keep a dentist or a doctor or any of those care professionals as primary caretakers. I'd have to constantly switch, going from city to city, and that's not ideal for the American way. It's like this on the whole trail. There's homes on the top. I'm in this valley. Maybe it used to be a riverbed. This is a Frisbee golf course area. They got all the nets. They got a water fountain down below this bridge. Right there. How many people have gotten crushed by a falling rock? I really don't like how my breathing is. It feels so incomplete all the time. I see what this groove is for now. I couldn't figure it out before. It's for the bicycle. I've never seen it anywhere else before. I don't know if it's much of an advantage. Walking is kind of a way to just stay in an area a little bit longer. You move slower and get more familiar with it. But it's all that constant reaching to my right that's really causing problems with the right side of my gut. Alright, this is the kind of damage those groundhogs can do. And I don't know if that's their poop. That's a big old hole. Wonder how long. Oh, and then there's the exit right there. Right next to that pipe. Oh, and more holes. And more poop. A lot of poop. A lot of big poop. They're pooping a lot. I don't know if that's grass poop. I saw them eating a lot of grass on the other side of town. Maybe these groundhog things or whatever they're called. They poop outside of their holes. I'm sure that's like a standard they hold. Saw this sign called Gentle Dentistry. I was thinking, what if you called it cracked tooth dentistry? That would probably not sound good. That would give like bad thoughts in the head about what to expect. People want to think about gentleness, not about, you know, you go in for a cracked tooth, but what if the dentist actually caused the cracked tooth? And they keep maybe a sign that says how many days it's been since the last time they cracked a patient's tooth. And you could put in any increments from hours to days to weeks to months. Maybe to make it try to sound good, you'd say months instead of days or hours, so that it could be anywhere between 0 and 30 days. But then again, if you're cracking teeth every month, that sign would stay at 0 months since last cracked tooth for months on end instead of, you know, how many weeks, and that might give a different impression. Alright, so this time the cops decided to close their gate. Alright, I just want to say a lime tastes a little bit better in water than lemon, in my opinion, just mixing it. I bought several of these containers, bigger ones. I think I bought 6, and I had them for a couple of years and never really used them, so I threw them all away except for this one. Try to save some space. I had high hopes. I had expectations for these things. But it seems the containers that I'm preferring are just these peanut containers. You know, I'm constantly buying new peanuts and getting containers anyway. Even this container I'm not too fond of. It's already broken anyway, so it's kind of, I should be throwing this out. If I could get roasted and unsalted, they never sell unsalted in this size container for peanuts. I got this weird feeling like I'm sick and I feel like I want to puke, but I want to eat too. So I'm really in a delicate balance, and it really seems like it's because of the tightness around my appendix, which is affecting my liver. My liver's making my stomach sick, and I'm still kind of hungry.